Championship ending is coming up. You want to do well, I want to do well, and the only way to do well is to be knowledgeable and be prepared for this event. And that's what this video is for. Hey guys, this is Unbox, and today's video I'm going to be giving you guys 5 meta trending tips for the upcoming event of Championship 2022. Because this event has a higher level competition, you should be expecting several things to be different from your usual locals, your OTS championships, even your regionals. People have earned their invites to be there. They are there to take extra precaution to win. Although this format is relatively diverse in comparison to previous formats, a lot of the key strategies that are winning, that are super dominant, a lot of players are going to preemptively counter those, so you should be expecting some changes in people's main decks, and you should also prepare stuff in your side deck to counter side against what people are going to use against you, and that's what this video here is for. So make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and ding that notification bell. Also in this video, halfway through, I'm going to show you guys a trailer to the upcoming series that I've been working on. I've already done the intro. I'm sure a lot of you guys did not see it because I snuck it away somewhere in another video, but if you guys did see it, well, I guess you get to see it the second time around. So yeah, midway through, you guys are going to see the trailer to my upcoming series, the Time Wizards Master Series, where there's going to be prizes, there's going to be winners, there's going to be losers, but ultimately, you guys, the viewers, are going to win a lot of fun stuff from MST.TV. But yeah, stick around for that. Let's get to it. So, number 1, Token Collector. In the main deck, you can expect about maybe 40 to 50% of people will put that in their main deck. If their deck runs Shooting Riser Dragon, Foolish Burial, Brave Engine, then you're probably going to see at least one copy of this in the main deck. Some people believe that, hey, the lineup of, say, Dragonling Brave, I guess Therian Brave, I guess any sort of like Punk Brave deck, anything that runs the Brave Engine, and even Swordsoul, it's already worth it to put the Token Collector in to get your turn back so that you don't have to deal with the Omni Negates and you don't have to deal with the Tuner, the Synchros. For Swordsoul, no Tuner, no Synchro, no problem. The whole board is basically free at that point, and that's why you can see people main decking Token Collector, because it is such a high impact hand trap against that matchup. And even against the Brave Engine, you take away a level 4 monster, so that's Synchro material that's removed, Link material that's removed, and that's also an Omni Negate from the Griffin that is also removed. So those are the key things about why people are main decking Token Collector. I know it's only a 50% chance because there's other matchups where it's not very good, such as Despia. They don't make tokens. You have Flunderies. That's completely useless. But you gotta understand what path that you're going down. You do expect that people are going to be playing Flunderies. You do expect people to be playing Despia, but that's why it's only 40 to 50%. And for the people that are main decking it, they have ways to kind of get rid of it when they don't need it. And that's why, yeah, don't be surprised if someone main deck this against you and you basically won the die roll, but you basically have to pass turn back to the other guy. So main deck Token Collector, just to be expected. If you want to counter it, you can try to use stuff like main deck Chalice, and I know a lot of people already main deck Droplet, so these are some of your options. And another option would be Triple Tactics Talon. Take control of it and use it as materials just to get rid of it, since it can only activate once per turn to summon. Number 2, Anti-Spell Fragments. Okay, I see people miss side against Anti-Spell Fragments so much because they do not expect it coming from a deck that do not run Floodgates. If they run 0 back row and your deck have any kind of spell-related starters, spell-related extenders, just spell cards in general, you're likely going to be hit by Anti-Spell Fragments. They're going to side it in, so you need to counter side against it, whether it be with Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclones. Magical Hound is actually one of my favorite cards right now because it can just chew up spells and traps that are face up on the field and just bounce it back to their hand, and it gives me a tuner, which is fantastic. So yeah, those are some of the options you can use to take out the Anti-Spell Fragments, but this is what I see people miss side the most because they do not expect it. You can have the 3 best openers in your hand and still not be able to play because Anti-Spell is up, and you just wish that you had that Twin Twister. Let me just tell you that. Trust me, you need to be able to counter side and always expect that your opponent are going to use the worst kind of Floodgate against you. Whether it be Despia, whether you be the Brave Engine, anything along those lines, you're going to be needing some sort of preemptive counter side in games 2 and 3. Side Nibiru versus Sword Soul. In fact, it's not really just Sword Soul. You can side it against Marine Cess if people are playing Marine Cess because, oh my god, nipping them at the right timing, it hurts them so much. It's hilarious. But anyways, the reason why Nibiru inside for Sword Soul in particular is because it works as a one-card side. A lot of them are super greedy. Triffle's right. They go into the 10, the new 10, and then they go into Yugioh, which is the double draw and the search play. So that play automatically plays into Nibiru, and if we have it, we have it, and I'm gonna choose to have it, so I'm going to throw a nib on that board so that when the turn comes back to me, first of all, I'm not dead, and second of all, you barely have any sort of board presence, but they did try to recover a ton of resources, so usually you can hit them on the 5th summon before they actually get into the actual synchro. So being able to stop them from drawing the additional card is super important, and killing off the Yugioh before it even comes out even better. So yeah, that's definitely like a really good one. Of like people don't even go into Baron anymore because the Baron board is pretty easy to crack. If they go Baron plus Yugioh, bait the Baron, play into the Yugioh, there the whole play is already broken. Just extend right through it and it's good to go. I know not every single deck can do it, but a lot of the decks that are in the meta contention, they definitely can. Number 4, main deck, Imperm or Droplet. I think this is actually a very important one. I like, if you're building a deck, you should be considering this because Floowandereeze is a deck. Barrier Statue is going to bury you if you can't do anything. Anyone that plays against Floowandereeze understands that, hey, if I have to normal summon into that field spell, I'm gonna die. If I don't have a special summon to clear off cards, I'm gonna die. So you need 2 disruptions if you have to eat into that board, and if you don't have the right disruptions against them. And trust me, they're very slippery because they have all those quick play spells, they have the field spells, they have ways to extend for Floowandereeze. So you need something to turn off that Barrier Statue. If you can turn off Barrier Statue, you're more or less going to be able to play, and you can play through a lot of stuff. If your deck can extend for days, without the Barrier Statue locking you out, you will be able to extend right past it. Just be very careful of the M-Pen. I can't emphasize how many times people get screwed over by the M-Pen. Like, I'm going to activate my monster effect. I'm like, dude, that's a Link monster. There's an M-Pen on board. You need to turn basically both of them off to have a good time. Otherwise, you're going to have a terrible time. And yeah, that's that. And it's kind of like you're in a position where you need double negate because the style of negation that they have or disruption they have against you is usually the front 2 are pressing you from activating stuff, and then they're going to have one more disruption either through a Ryza or Apex Avian. That's also another form of disruption against you. So these are things that you need to keep aware of against Floowandereeze. That's why Imperm and Droplet are super important in the main deck, and so that's why some people even run Chalice as a little bit of extra push. All right, so just putting that out there. Number 5, we have Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine, you have to expect it. People are there to play to win, all right? So main decking 1 spell trap removal is probably a good idea. You need to be able to clear it. Sword Soul players, you don't really have that much of an issue. If you run Heavenly Dragon Circle, you don't care. You just clear off your monster, let the Mystic Mine blow up itself, and just try, I guess, not to die along the way. Because clearing off all your monsters, yeah, that part still kind of sucks because you're going into an empty board. That's not really that great, but most other decks have ways to clear. Floowandereeze can use their spell card, the continuous spell, to remove it, the Unexplored Winds. Sword Soul, of course, they can clear it using Heavenly Dragon Circle or Blackout, but against Blackout, just don't put another card on the field and you'll be fine. I've seen people misplay where they're like holding 7 cards and start setting cards, but that set card is the reason why they die, because basically the Mystic Mine gets blown up at this point, and that part sucks. And especially during the end phase, that's how you can clear it with no real issue. The funnier way that you can use this to mess your opponent up is that they usually try to wait. They don't try to like do it during your turn. You can set like an artifact scythe to bait them into popping a scythe. But if you took too long, they're probably going to have some level of interaction to counter that scythe. So keep that in mind. Yeah, main decking Harpy's Feather Duster, main decking, say, I don't know, like a Twin Twister. So if you like the discard outlet, Twin Twister also works really well. Just have something for Mystic Mine. Otherwise, just be prepared to lose games or even matches because your opponent activated 1 card. And I'm going to give you guys 2 more bonus tips just because I'm feeling nice. This is about scythe locking people because I've been scythe locking people a lot. There's 2 different ways to scythe lock people. Game 1, just do the standard method. It's fine. If they have it, they have it. If they don't have it, they don't have it. And usually the standard method of scythe locking using the Hulk and the Dagda going into Baron, that is a really good method and usually requires you to commit the least amount of resources. But if you go into game 2, you're expecting people to side in Dark Ruler no more. You're building boards. You're building Omni Negate plus Scythe. You think they're not going to go for Dark Ruler, and Dark Ruler is probably going to be the first monster played. There are ways for you to out this card, okay? If you're playing the Rose Dragon package, you have Basil Rose Shoot. Well, guess what? There are ways to out this. And to give it to you guys, Basil Rose Shoot can probably chain to it. If you have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend on the board, then you just chain your Basil Rose Shoot, chain Hot Red Dragon, stop that monster. Or stop, not the monster, the Dark Ruler no more. So you can use that to kind of clear it. The second way to do it is you don't scythe lock them during, say, the, you don't scythe lock them during the main phase. You do it during the standby phase. How do you do that? Well, you set up your Baron early, and then when you get to the Dagda with the Hulk, you activate something to get the Scythe on field, and then you use the Baron effect to pop your own Scythe. Standby phase, you have an Omni Negate plus a Scythe summon. You're going to activate the Baron to summon it back, and then once it gets summoned back, you still have your Hulk. Hulk now can still turn into TG Wonder Magician. Now it pops a back row, so if it can Wonder Beast, for instance, you can pop their field spell, and you still can do the Scythe locking against them, but it's completely useless. Kind of besides the point. Not the point I'm trying to make here, but you can definitely use that Hulk that goes into TG Wonder Magician to go into Baron again. And that's kind of the purpose of going back in there, because you put it back to summon it out, and then you summon it back onto the field. Now you have your Omni Negate online again, and they're under Scythe Lock. So, and now if it passes back to them and they go into their main phase, Dark Ruler no more is really pointless when you're under Scythe Lock and your deck requires the extra deck. I'm just putting that out there. I've used that to win many games because they sided in Dark Ruler. I Scythe locked them regardless, and yeah, I got my whole turn back. You're basically just buying your turn back. And my little final extra tip for you guys, versus Mystic Mine, just really take care of time. I've seen people die, like the Mystic Mine player lose thanks to time. What's going to happen is that they're actually drawing cards constantly throughout their deck, and once a specific threshold of time has been hit, their intention now shifts to burning you to death after siding. So maybe they wait till like there's 4 minutes left and they just put in their burn cards, and then they choose to go first, and then you're going to die to burning. I'm sorry, it just exists. It's part of the game. I'm sorry. I don't know how you can expect anything less, but if they're drawing it out, they're playing with the timer. You have to be very careful. All right, guys, that's all I got for this one here. One last tip I'm going to throw in here while I'm editing. Beware of Psychic End Punisher. If you see an opportunity where a Synchro 11 is going to murder you and they're low on life, it's going to happen. If you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed the trailer that happened in this video, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button for me, hit subscribe, ding that notification bell. I'll see you guys there. I'm gonna hope to maybe record some duels with some of you guys. I know some of you guys want to play against me from time to time, and if I'm there, I'm available. I would like to play against you guys. I just need to bring a little bit of a camera setup just so that it's possible. I would love to kind of duel you guys as well if I get the chance. And yeah, try to find me at the event if you guys want to. And that's all I got for this one. Smash thumbs up, hit subscribe, ding notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.